Hello and welcome to Nltv News Now. I'm Rinki Gogoi and let's begin with the headlines. Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority Home Department issued new guidelines with additional few changes to the existing COVID restrictions, which will remain the same till February 15. NSCN GPRN observed its 43rd NSCN Raising Day from an undisclosed location, whereby President Akato Chopi opined that the ideology, goal and the Naga cause will ever remain the same. NSCN reiterates that Nagas will abide by the principles of the framework agreement and they remain guarded to stand firm with the agreement. Militant organization says a peaceful coexistence of them and Government of India is the only key to an honorable and acceptable solution for a durable peace. Naga People's Front Secretary General Anchumbemo Kikon informed that the NPF party has shortlisted 10 candidates out of 40 aspirants to issue party tickets for the upcoming Manipur Legislative Assembly 2022 elections. In a wake of the recent eviction drive conducted at Balijan, the NSF and DNSU held a meeting at DNSU office, Dimapur, whereby both the student organizations condemned the actions in the manner it was carried out. Nagaland records 63 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours, whereby one fresh fatality was reported in the last 24 hours, taking the death toll to 732. Let's see more of the news in details. Nagaland State Department Management Authority Home Department on Monday has issued new guidelines with additional few changes to the existing COVID restrictions. According to the new guidelines, all the existing COVID restrictions in the state to remain the same till February 15, 2022. Furthermore, offline or physical classes of class 1 to 8 will resume from February 15 and classes will be held with proper SOPs issued by the Home Department. In addition to this, Class 10 and 12 board examinations to be conducted physically by NBSE. However, the examination schedule will be decided in the month of March 2022. Meanwhile, special arrangements will be made for the students who tested COVID positive and unable to appear board exams. Naga People's Front Secretary General Achumbemo Kikon on Monday informed that NPF party has shortlisted 10 candidates out of 40 aspirants to issue its party tickets for the upcoming Manipur Legislative Assembly 2022. Addressing the media at his office, Kikon said that out of 11 hills areas constituencies under Manipur state, NPF will be fielding only in 10 assembly constituencies reserved for scheduled tribes. He informed that one constituency was dropped as the committee couldn't find a strong contender among the aspirants. The decision was taken during the meeting of the Working Committee NPF party held at its central office, Kohima. During the meeting, the House deliberated at length the recommendations submitted to the NPC Central Office by the Ticket Selection Committee, which was formed in November 2021. The party tickets for the candidates will be issued on 2nd February and 4th February, according to the phase-wise poll. The National Socialist Council of Nagalim reiterated that Nagas will abide by the principles of the framework agreement and they remain guarded to stand firm with the framework agreement. Furthermore, the militant organization also cleared that peaceful coexistence of them and the government of India is the only key to an honorable and acceptable solution for a durable peace. Chairman of NSCN Ino Q Tuku, in his speech on the occasion of 43rd NSCN Raising Day at Camp Hebron on Monday, said that the political significance of the framework agreement lies in the fact that Government of India and NSCN have entered into an agreement to establish a new relationship. He also said that NSCN is totally against economic packages or imposed political packages, as these are far from giving the Nagas the lasting solution. He went on to say that Naga's political destiny is in the hands of NSCN, while citing the December 4 and 5 voting incident as the most painful incident in the history of the Naga political struggle, where 21st Para Special Forces massacred 14 Konyak civilians. Tuku said that organization is with the Oting and Konyak people, and together they shall fight for justice. Taking a dig at the government of India, he said that the Indian government is using the army to apply outrageous violence empowered under the Armed Forces Special Powers Act against innocent Naga civilians. NSCN GPRN observed its 43rd NSCN Raising Day from undisclosed location. During the Raising Day, a brief message, the President Akato Chopi opined that leadership cadres and sometimes even slight struggle and system may change with time, but whatsoever the ideology, goal and the Naga cause will ever remain the same. On ceasefire, the President stated that the stand of the faction is crystal clear and that their points were already made on November 19, 2021, when they declared unilateral ceasefire with the government of India. He therefore said that the decision depends on the hands of the government of India. However, the President said that whether ceasefire was signed or not, it is not the bone of the contention or ends and means to all. The President also said that they have many other options so as to carry on with the cause and they want to honor which the people's desire for peace. He added that however, if the odds are not in their favor, then so be it. The President also said that ceasefire is not a priority, but keeping the flame of the Naga inspirations is the topmost priority. Naga People's Front Secretary General Achumbemo Kikon on Monday informed that NPF party has shortlisted 10 candidates out of 40 aspirants to issue its party tickets for the upcoming Manipur Legislative Assembly 2022. Addressing the media at his office, Kikon said that out of 11 hilarious constituencies under Manipur state, NPF will be fielding only in 10 assembly constituencies reserved for scheduled tribes. He also informed that one constituency was dropped as the committee couldn't find a strong contender among the aspirants. The decision was taken during the meeting of the Working Committee NPF party held at its central office, Kohima. During the meeting, the House deliberated at length the recommendations submitted to NPC Central Office by the Ticket Selection Committee, which was formed in November 2021. The party tickets for the candidates will be issued on 2nd February and 4th February, according to the phase-wise poll.
We express our anguish and sadness because of the forceful occupation and the forceful nature which took place during the incident yesterday. As report received yesterday, Naga Students Federation delegate Dimapur Naga Students Union for spot verification yesterday during the course of eviction drive, where we came to notice that 23 households and many families were displaced, including 2 churches and 1 mosque, one masjid, which was destroyed during the eviction drive. Therefore, we appeal to the churches, particularly in the Dimapur-based churches, to come forward to extend relief to those displaced families and churches and mosques which were destroyed during the eviction drive. We also would like to appeal to the Naga people to maintain peace and tranquility, though we are facing hardship and disharmony in our border belt bordering Dimapur and Assam. The Naga Students Federation expressed our desire in the form of representation on 24.
The Government Girls PU College in Udupi has informed that students wearing hijab will not be allowed inside classrooms. The decision of the authorities was announced on Monday by Udupi MLA and College Development Authority President K. Raghupati Bha. Meanwhile, the students have been protesting the decision of the college authorities by boycotting classes. Bhatt said that it was not possible to allow students to wear hijab inside classrooms where only uniforms were permitted. Notably, the parents of the girls have also informed of the decision. The steps have been taken as the college was receiving complaints from parents of other students. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaram on Tuesday presented the Union Budget for financial year 2022 to 2023 in Parliament. She pegged India's economic growth at 9.2% for financial year 2022, the highest among all large economies. Corporate surcharge to be reduced from 12% to 7%, spectrum auction to be conducted for 5G rollout within 2022 to 2023. Both centre and states government employees tax deduction limit to be increased from 10% to 14% to help the social security benefits of state government employees and bring them at par with the central government employees. Long-term capital gains on equities capped at 15%. Additional location of rupees 19,500 crores for solar modules under PLI scheme. For taxation of any virtual digital asset, an income tax will be levied at 30% at the time of transfer of such assets with no relaxations. TDS of 1% will be levied for transactions above a certain threshold. No deductions and exemptions allowed. ECLGS scheme extended till March 2023 with an expanded guarantee over cover for rupees 5 lakh crores. Expect 5G auctions this year. Government proposes digital rupee using blockchain starting 2022. Special Economic Zones Act will be replaced with a new legislation for the development of enterprise and hubs. E-passports with embedded chips will be issued by 2023. These e-passports with futuristic technologies will enhance the experience for citizens. 5 academic educational institutions will be declared centers of excellence and receive an endowment fund of rupees 250 crores each. Proposes to set up 75 digital banking centers in 75 districts by commercial banks. In 2022, 100% of 1.5 lakh post offices will come on core banking system. Border villages to be covered under Vibrant Villages program. Housing Tourist Center, DTH, etc. to be provided. 80 lakhs affordable houses by 2023. 2 lakhs Anganwadis will be updated. National Mental Health Program will be launched to address mental health issues caused by the pandemic. 23 mental health institutions will be initiated for mental health counseling. One class, one TV channel will be expanded from 12 to 200 TV channels. Support will be provided for branding millet products nationally and internationally. Digitization of land records a priority, will use Kisan drones for land records. Growth trajectory of 9.2% on track. PM Gati Shakti is driven by 7 engines: roads, railways, airports, ports, mass transport, waterways. All 7 engines will pull forward the economy in unison. Rupees 20k crores to boost transport infra. Chemical-free natural farming will be promoted across India. 60 lakh jobs will be created in the next 5 years. Public issue of LIC expected shortly. Big public investment for modern infrastructure which will raise productivity. National Railways program will be taken up on PPP mode. 400 new Vande Bharat trains in 3 years. 8 projects for length of 60 kilometers in PPP mode to improve connectivity, convenience and boost tourism in hilly areas. High-quality e-content through digital teachers, radio, internet and television. Lieutenant General Manoj Pandey received Guard of Honor at South Block on taking over as the new Vice Chief of the Army on Tuesday. Lieutenant General Pandey, who was Eastern Army Commander, also laid a wreath at the National War Memorial in New Delhi. He is replacing Lieutenant General C.P. Mohanty, who superannuated on January 31. Lieutenant General Pandey was commissioned into the Corps of Engineers in December 1982. He commanded an engineer regiment along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, an engineer brigade as part of the Strike Corps, an infantry brigade along the line of control, a mountain division in the high-altitude area of western Ladakh, and a corps deployed along the line of actual control, as also in counter-insurgency operations area in the northeast. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's YouTube channel on Tuesday crossed 1 crore subscriptions, which is the highest among top global leaders. Brazil President Jair Bolsonaro ranks second after PM Modi on the list of global leaders with the highest subscriptions on their YouTube channel, with a total of 36 lakh subscribers. In the decreasing trend, the White House has 19 lakh subscribers, followed by US President Joe Biden with 7.03 lakh subscribers. Meanwhile, in comparison with some of the national leaders as well, PM Modi tops the chart of YouTube subscribers. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has 5.25 lakh subscribers. Samagraha Shiksha organized a one-day community awareness and sensitization on children with special needs, Nipun Bharat and vocational education on Monday in Kohima. Kohima Deputy Commissioner Grigory Tejawele graced and spoke at the workshop. During his speech, the commissioner says that the district has been trying to bring out importance of quality education for quite some time, but still far from bringing out the best. He further reminded all the representatives that it is everyone's role to play to bring out the best from the students, knowing their problems. He also said that the organizations has to first bring change in the system to see a progressive education in the districts. During the technical session, 4 resource persons deliberated on Nipun Bharat, inclusive education, vocational education, and out-of-school topics.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am our Chair, President Remaswitch Union Kohima, and I am honored to be
the government has a use.
Thank you, madam. Yeah.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Tuesday extended their greetings and best wishes on the occasion of the 46th Raising Day of Indian Coast Guard. Modi took down to Twitter and termed the Indian Coast Guard an organization of great strategic importance. Shah also tweeted and saluted the unparalleled commitment of ICG towards securing Indian coasts. Meanwhile, Singh remarked that Indian Coast Guard has firmly established itself as a potent maritime force committed to safeguard the national interests. A Delhi court has acquitted AAP MLA Mohinder Goyal in a rape case filed against him in 2019 on Monday. Special Judge Gitanjali Goyal also acquitted Goyal's brother Ishwar Chand Goyal. The MLA was booked for the offences under IPC sections 376, 506 criminal intimidation and 509 word gesture or act intended to insult the modesty of a woman, while Ishwar was booked for the offences under relevant sections of the Information Technology Act. The victim has alleged that she was raped on multiple occasions by the MLA when she had gone to see him regarding pension issues. She was also allegedly pressured by him and his brother, who pressured her to establish physical relations with him. The victim claimed that she received messages with obscene videos from the MLA's brother. She also accused Goyal for stopping her from reaching out to the police and filing her complaint. Nagaland recorded 63 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Dimapur reports 51 cases, Kohima 7, Mokokchung 2, while Longlang, Mon and Twensang reported 1 case each. Nagaland's tally increased to 34,404, while the active caseload stood at 847. Notably, 53 patients from Dimapur, 20 from Wokha, 18 from Kohima, and 6 patients from Mokokchung recovered in the last 24 hours, taking the cumulative recoveries to 31,415. Meanwhile, 1 fresh fatality was reported in the last 24 hours, taking the death toll to 732. India recorded 1,67,559 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, taking the active case load to 17,43,059. Meanwhile, India recorded 2,54,076 recoveries in the last 24 hours, taking the cumulative recoveries to 3,92,30,198. Furthermore, India's recovery rate stood at 94.60% and the daily positivity rate stood at 11.69%. Delhi's air quality on Tuesday remained in the very poor category. The System of Air Quality and Weather Forecasting and Research informed that overall air quality index in the national capital stood at 321. Meanwhile, Noida's air quality stood in the very poor category with an overall AQI of 354, and Gurugram stood in the poor category with AQI of 232. Notably, India Meteorological Department on Tuesday informed that the minimum temperature plunged down to 8 degrees Celsius in Delhi. The Election Commission of India on Monday extended the ban on road shows, padayatras, vehicle rallies and processions till February 11 in 5 poll-bound states. However, the Commission has also permitted political parties and candidates to hold physical public meetings in designated open spaces with a maximum capacity of 1,000 people. Door-to-door campaign limit has been enhanced to 20 persons from 10 persons, and Commission has also allowed indoor meetings of maximum 500 persons. Chief Election Commissioner Sushil Chandra took these decisions after reviewing meeting held on Monday over the COVID-19 situation in poll-bound states, namely Goa, Manipur, Punjab, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. Thank you, viewers. That's all for now. For more updates, keep watching Nltv. Sob Manalaga Awas.
Nagaland TV.